so many of you probably have. All right, well, welcome back. This is where you get to applaud us for doing all of our really cool things, and I'm just going to do self-applause and pity applause and all those kinds of things. No, you don't need to do that yet. Not yet. There's a slide for that. All right, I don't have a whole lot to say other than we're ready to wrap things up. There's a few last-minute things to kind of go through, so I've got a few slides for that. I've been given 15 minutes by the speaker monitor. We don't need to spend any of that time on that slide. First, I want to shout out to our incredible keynotes that we had this year. Most of them, or none of them, are actually here to hear that wonderful applause, but I would like that applause to be directed, and it already has been. I'm just kind of sliding it over here to Chris for his incredible job in arranging such incredible content this year. So thank you, Chris. Next, where's Mike? You just need to come on up, because you're going to have to take a real, honest-to-goodness bow here in just a moment. Our badge this year was Epoch, or Epic. I mean, it depends on how you pronounce that. Ladies and gentlemen, this is CompuKid Mike. He is the designer, the manager, the all the things badge this year. Speech. You got 1 minute.
I'd like to thank my wife for not leaving me, and and thank you everyone for being patient with the many times you had to reflash your badge and all the problems we had, but we got through it and it was awesome.
All right, thank you. There's more later for you. Okay, so yeah, we did have to flash often. Let me just help you understand how cool the badge really was. You probably attended some of his talk, and he might not have told you about all the hard things or the things that happened behind the curtains, but we had never really been able to assemble 26 of those badges in a circle until Monday this week. And so it was epic that it even sort of worked, and that's why it took us until a little bit later on Tuesday to make sure that the badge code was working enough to get it out for you all. But Mike did an incredible job. None of the fault goes to him. It's all China and tariffs. There's another T word, is there? No, we're not going to go there. But what I will say is it was our pleasure to pay the tariffs to get those badges here as quickly as possible. So anyways, thanks again, Mike, for your help there. All right, this wouldn't be a good ending if we didn't give our sponsors at least some recognition, and so I'm going to go through the sponsor slides again, but I'm going to name a few of them. You know, in particular, CompuNet. They have been a supporter of SAINTCON for many years. They've brought some incredibly cool challenges. The Red versus Blue Village, which we decided, we've done that a lot, and so we figured maybe switch it up and do active threat hunting, so we brought in a different group for that. Hopefully active threat hunt. But CompuNet has been a very valuable partner. Qualys is kind of new to the SAINTCON crew. Hopefully they enjoyed their time here. They had the coolest booth. I don't know if we gave them any award for that, but we appreciate their sponsorship and partnership this year. And we did like their money. And if you're thinking about sponsoring, if you have a business that thinks about sponsoring SAINTCON, we're actually really cheap. We'll take any amount of money, just give it to us, and we'll put it right toward the badge or the tariffs. Okay, our silver sponsors, many of these are returning sponsors. We have them year over year. We'd like to thank them for their involvement. And our bronze sponsors, guess what? Next year, we're not going to have levels of sponsors. It's going to be first come, first serve, and they're all just going to be on one big slide. or not, or we'll figure it out. But they do such an awesome job, and that's the reason why we get to do such cool things. That money goes directly back into the conference. It goes to subsidize things like a badge that's around your neck that, if we were to go do the math right now, is probably $80 worth of hardware that you have around your neck at this point, or more. I don't know. Mike, is it more? Well, tariffs, shipping, it's probably $90 at this point. All right, and it also wouldn't be a great closing presentation if we didn't take just a moment to have the committee members stand up and accept their round of applause for the incredible planning that has gone into the conference and making it as smooth as possible. So stand up if you're one of these or other folks that I might not have mentioned. And I've got another follow-up slide for that here in just a moment. Just a reminder that, yeah, they are all volunteers, so if something's not working quite right, remember you only paid $275 to $370 or whatever dollars to be here, and some things don't work because it takes a lot of time, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. Don't give them a hard time. All right, I get asked often during SAINTCON many questions. I'm just going to knock them out right here, okay? How do I get involved with SAINTCON? That's probably the number one most asked question. Here's the answer. Just write it down. Save it in a Google Doc somewhere so you can refer to it later. Ultimately, it is that sometime in April, May, June, okay, that's a 3-month window. I know it's a big window, but in April, May, June, out goes our call for staff and volunteers. So it goes out, it's published on our website, it's on our Twitter feeds, it goes out to the Utah Saint organization email lists. If you have interest in becoming involved in what we're doing here behind the scenes, that's how you get involved, is you answer that call for volunteers. The next most common question we have is, hey, where's Chunk? We were so honored to have him here this year. Those of you that got to hang out and meet and chat with him, I'll tell you what, his wife, they're gone, so I can say this out loud to y'all. His wife has never seen him smile like that in the last 2 years, ever since his disability. It was immensely valuable for him to come and see all of you all that know who he is and the respect that you have for him. So I thank you for giving that love and honor to Chunk. The next one is how many people are here at SAINTCON. The numbers fluctuate. The best number I'll give you is about 1,250. How do I join the Utah Saint organization? We'll cover that in a slide in just a moment, but I forgot to put one up there. How many cans of soda do we go through? We'll get the count here in a little bit, and we'll get the bill probably a week or so later. But it's a lot. Last year, it was just a little under 9,000. So you guys all need to just drink more water. Well, the water costs us money too. But, yes, you guys drink a lot of soda. But here's the interesting part. 90% of it, we swear, we don't know for sure, but we know happens just in one night, and that's family night. When you get to hype up a bunch of kids on caffeine, it is amazing what happens. Okay, so let's talk about the Utah Saint organization. This conference and the underlying organization that presents this conference is the Utah Saint organization. If you haven't heard about it, it's because it's the best kept cybersecurity secret in Utah. We don't promote ourselves. It's not this big, grandiose kind of thing, but it is an organization of like-minded security professionals that like to get together and talk about and muse about security-related things. If you would like to become a member, it costs exactly $0 to do so. And you can go out to the Utah Saint organization website at utahsaint.org and read all of the details and things. One of the only cool things that we do from October 31st until we start the conference again the following October is we do some incredibly cool cybersecurity video-based interactive briefings. How many of you guys have participated in those briefings before? It's not going to be a ton of you because it's probably one of the best kept secrets. Every other week on a Wednesday at around 1 o'clock, 1:30, right? It's 1:30. A WebEx room pops up, and you are welcome to join into that WebEx room and come listen to the latest trends and tactics and security alerts and things that you should probably be paying attention to that you might not know about. And it's also a great venue for you to bring you some of your security questions and ask up to 150 other people in this room what they think that you should be doing about a particular thing. There's plenty of other things that we're doing with the organization, but I'm not going to spend the last 30 seconds out of the 15 minutes I've got on that. All right, so what I'm going to do here is turn the time over to a couple of our contest and event managers and wizards and things like that. So I'd like to invite to the stage Kevin Howard. And we didn't put the sheep costume one up for you today. I'm sure there's a bunch of people that would love to get an explanation about that, though.
Oh, mic check. Yep. Make me loud. Are you going to hang up here with me?
Yeah, I will. I'll
Awesome.
advance the slides. I'm just your slide advancer. Yeah, it's because now there's too much weight up here. Hold on.
Oh, wait, you or me? Should we flip for it? Okay.
All right, let's see if this works.
Why did you use my picture?
Because that's the only one I had. Go ahead.
Los Santos Escape Challenge. Participants, you guys enjoy it? I heard it was much harder this year. Zip ties were not supposed to be on easy mode, I guess? Okay, well, lessons learned. Fantastic year. How many tried the goggles, too? Those are the beer goggles. That was intense. So, actually, you're the only person? Because you're also the only one that actually made it out of the room. That's funny. So this year it was actually pretty difficult, so only one person made it out of the room. We had handcuffs on a chair, beer goggles, and a new set of locks, and I think there was a car door as well. I actually don't know who got through the car door. That was a lot of fun. So we're going to make it a little different next year. Really interesting brainstorming going on there.
We'll figure out the liability issues before we do it.
Yeah. Just come prepared to sign a waiver. We'll be good. So if you didn't get a chance to see it this year, or at least participate, come out next year. It's in the Lockpick Village. It's going to be a lot of fun. So this year, the winners, we had easy mode and hard mode, and technically they kind of weren't different at this point. Sorry about that. But the technical easy winner was Keenan this year, the only one who made it out of the vault, or the escape challenge. So good job, Keenan. I'll catch you over here in a little bit.
Yeah, let me stop you here for just a second. In order to not have everybody come up to the stage and take a bow and obvious applause and things, we're going to just hand out all of the prizes once the session concludes over here somewhere. So there you go.
Thank you. You actually had 35 seconds left on the timer, so congrats. While everyone else didn't have any. Hard mode. Chuck, I don't know if he's here. Back there in the corner. Good job. You didn't make it out of the room, though. But you were the only one that used the film, which didn't work because it wasn't an ADA door. Sorry. Improvised lock picks and a hairpin and an electric toothbrush. That was really creative. So good job on that.
If you didn't see his electric toothbrush, that was really cool.
Really
he
cool.
Turned it into a lock, what do they call it? A jiggler, whatever. Very cool.
This year we had law enforcement zipper cuffs and beer goggles. So it was really challenging. You couldn't really see. You see them over there. A lot of fun. So definitely try it out next year if you didn't this year. Good job for Colin Jackson to
amazing job.
Amazing job. I think he's downstairs. So give him a round of applause.
Yeah, we'll get Josh up here in just a second. Go through the rest of your contest. I didn't have slides for everything.
Was that just all of them on that one?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
Well, hold on. It was all of them right here.
Okay, we're right here. Awesome. Active threat hunting. How many participants in that? Oh, wow. That is great. New contest this year. Did you enjoy? Awesome. It's going to get bigger and better next year. So come prepared. Come with bigger teams.
You know you're committing my work resources for that when you say that.
Troy's resources have been committed. It's going to be awesome next year. Definitely appreciate the participation in it. It was a new contest. We wanted to give it a good try, and I think it was blown out of the park, to be honest. The team that did it.
Amazing job. Wes, Nate, other Nate, Misha, where you at? Stand up, take a bow.
Stand up. Give him a round of applause. password cracking. This one was interesting. Definitely a change from last year. To give you some stats here, $25,000 in GPUs were at the table. Of those, we cracked 95.3 million passwords while at the con, which was about $90.
And cost us about $300,000 in power.
Yeah.
Just teasing.
Just teasing. And those were from the online dumps that, from Have I Been Pwned lists. So that was fantastic. Definitely a lot more participation on site, which was kind of how it was designed. So the barrier to entry was reduced. I know a lot of people wanted to get into learning Hashcat and other things. Come out and try it. That's why we had the keyboard set up at the booth. So if you've never cracked a password before, come out, try it out. And I think it went really, really well. So we've got a number of teams that did fantastic. In third place, Team Leroy. In second place, the Yushi Goblins. And in first place, PP Town. Give them a round of applause.
Where's PP Town?
PP Town up here.
Right over there. Nice.
Fourth place was someone who spent the entire con trying to crack these, and they did a fantastic job. So I'm going to call them out, Security Wizards. You guys here? No?
Honorable mention.
Good job, guys. Thank you. Okay, the Vault. That was crazy this year. The Vault has just turned into a massive troll for me.
Yeah, if you didn't go through it, you could see that it was all about Kevin's picture.
It's my family vault.
But before we get to the winners and things, where's JC?
I think he's downstairs packing up.
He's probably downstairs taking apart the vault.
It's like 30 panels.
Yeah, he needs a round of applause for an incredible job that he's done year over year.
Yeah. JC and the Snow Offensive team have just one-upped themselves every year, and it got crazy this year. There was a pressure plate. You had to Indiana Jones style move the idol and replace it without triggering the alarm, which only one team did. So in second place there is Kevin and the Hackistans. Good job. Next year I'm on your team. Only because my name's Kevin. So, and in first place, the only people who actually swapped the idol, Team The Runs. Where you at? And he's got his whip, and he's got his hat. Style points, but that's not how he won. Thanks again, everyone, for participating and for all of the volunteers. It takes an amazing team to actually build these contests. It takes months of lead-up time, and it's just exhausting. We are going to be putting out the call for contests and events for next year. I haven't told you this week because, see that? It takes so much time. We need to prep early. So by the time, April hits, we already need to know what events are going to be for next year. So if you have any ideas or any passions or something that you want to play, let us know. We've got some tricks up our sleeve. One last thing. Okay, never mind.
I do.
Okay, thank you. Troy's got me covered.
You're going to get down on one knee and all right, let's move on to one of our last but signature challenges that requires its own slide.
The Hackers Challenge. This year was an awesome game. Once again, epic. And we've got some very deserving first place winner. First place winner this year is Spectre. Good job. First of all, he'll take home this awesome trophy, Handmade with Love, Hackers Challenge 2019, the gold trophy, and a black badge. Second and third, we have Factor and Morrow. They are well-deserving, and maybe next year. And honorable mention, Nope Sled. So they've got a few prizes for them, and come see me after.
That's it?
That's it.
All right, sweet.
You told me to keep it short.
Thanks. They're thanking you too. We're not ready for this slide yet. Matt, come on up. We've got a couple of other contests and things that people can win. Matt's going to explain all of those.
Okay, so really quick, while we're talking Hackers Challenge, how many people did the Labs board in Hackers Challenge? Was that a win or a loss? Do it again. Bring it back. Okay, if you didn't find it, you probably should, because I've heard from several people that Josh is too smart for them and they can't keep up with him. That's why they choose a dumb person like me to do the other board. So the labs board is the one that I put together. Well, that's a lie. The labs board is the one I wrangled people to put together for me. I didn't do a lot of the work. So the labs board is designed to be a little bit more of an entry level, a little bit more of a simulated pen test, and some other more traditional CTF type experiences, less easier for less smart people like me. Anyway, it is not a black badge event, but it is a fun event, and I do have some sweet prizes up here for these people. The first place in that was Data Bean. See here?
We're not having them come up to the stage. Just raise your hand.
Next is Blind Helix. He was in second place. Third place was Intrusion Delusional System. Intrusion Delusional System, I have to call out because there were a few negative point challenges in the password file to prevent you from brute forcing it. He happened to randomly choose the negative 1,000 point challenge.
Random, huh? Out of how many?
Out of like 1,500.
Okay.
You won the lottery. All right. Again, come find me after this. We have prizes for you. The other thing we did is the SMD challenge again this year. We brought it back. Did anyone have fun with that? Whether you did it at the competition or just to try it. Have fun. Put your hands together. In that, we had first place was Hamster. He finished everything, and it worked. And if you know Hamster, this surprises no one. He had 10 minutes and 34 seconds left, and he kind of walked away casually and said, that was easy. Second place was Josh Belcher. He had 10 minutes and 34 seconds left also, but one LED did not work. Third place was Demos, and Demos had 3 LEDs working with their button and missing one resistor. 2 of the LEDs were working. Anyway, if I called you out, congratulations, awesome. Let's put it together for those people and come find me so you can get your prizes. Also, while I'm standing here, I have to do a big shout out for everyone that helped put together the labs and the other things. It was awesome and it was epic. Specifically, Eldon and Scotty saved my butt with the labs. And if it weren't for them, the labs wouldn't have happened at all. Jonathan saved my butt with the hardware hacking. If you had fun putting your badge together, thank Jonathan for that. And Rushan did some awesome work putting a bunch of whole stuff together too.
Thank you. Yeah, do it. No, you. All right, next. We'd like to just recognize an individual or a group of individuals. How many of you all attended family night? So, bring it back. Of course, right? Well, let me introduce the reason why family night was so utterly incredible this year. It's because guess who didn't plan it? The conference committee did not plan family night. I would like to introduce Katie as the head of the SAINTCON Widows Group. I don't even know what you should tell them other than that you guys rocked it.
Thanks, guys. The outpour was amazing. I did not expect that many kids, honestly. Like, they were everywhere. Huh?
It's Utah.
My bad. Just thank you for the support, and I'm glad you guys brought your kids, and they got to see what you guys do at the con as well. So.
Yeah, epic, epic, epic. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And maybe just a little side note in case the SAINTCON Widows thing doesn't make a lot of sense to y'all. Most of the committee members are male. It's kind of that way. It's a security world, and we would love to see more females in that world. But because we're mostly male, we all have wives that for 6 to 8 months out of the year are widowed because of this conference. And so they decided to kind of band together and formed the SAINTCON Widows Group, and they've now decided that the best way to get involved with their husbands or significant others is to get involved with the conference. So we appreciate so much their support, not only here at the con, but the support for all of the countless hours that go into it. All right, this is just a slide to say that there was a death march. The first ever SAINTCON fun run Is it coming back? All 4 participants think that it should come back. And if you don't know, this is Noah right here. I got his name right? Here, he's up on the front. He looks thrilled to be there, doesn't he? Like 7 a.m. fun run. Anyways, okay, last couple of things, and we're going to conclude, unless I'm missing something. Any committee member can come up and interrupt me at any time now if I'm forgetting something. But there is such a thing that we affectionately call in the committee PoolCon. And this is where we retire after each day when we can get there, and before the hotel closes it at 10 o'clock. It's kind of stupid. We should make it part of a contract. Like, hey, if we get these number of hotel rooms, can we just have they might have. Anyways, we all retire as a committee out, and we stick our feet in the hot tub, and we talk about the conference. And if you want to know why SAINTCON gets bigger and better and crazier year over year, it's because we go out there and we sit in a hot tub together. This is not an actual photo. But we've already started planning. We know some of the things that we want to be doing, some of the things that we need to fix, and so SAINTCON will be even better. One of the last points to make here is that we already have our dates. This is the first time ever that we know what the dates are for SAINTCON 2020. So plan on it. But wait for an email in June just to confirm, right? So anyways, I think that that's pretty much it. Am I missing anything?
That's not it.
Okay, so Seth's got something.
We have one more thing. We all needed to give a big thank you to Troy Jessup for putting this on. Troy has helped us to make SAINTCON great for so many years, and I think you all know how amazing this event is. Thank you very much, Troy.
All right, now we're done, right? Okay.
We're done.
We hope you enjoyed SAINTCON 2019. This is the last slide. It's time to go home. Don't leave yet. Don't leave yet. We could use just a little bit of help. It takes us a lot of time. It takes us like almost 40 hours to set this place up. If all you will do before you leave is if there's a power strip, not the cables and cords, a power strip. If there's a power strip below you, will you unhook it and put it on the table? That's all we need you to do this year. Okay? And with that, thank you for coming. We'll see you next year. Oh.